Hello, I'm Lucy, and welcome to a class that was recorded live for you from SoulTribe Studios. Wherever and whenever you are practicing, I hope that you feel the warmth of our community and the support of the practice. So hop onto your mat and let's begin. And we shall begin, as I often do, with a little personal reflection, which I then hope lands for you in some way too. So, I've really been struggling with focus. And it's something that I've been reflecting on, like whether it's gotten worse, to be honest, as the years have gone by. Because I think to myself, well, I used to sit for hours thinking and writing essays or reading pages after pages of a novel. And I want to get back to doing those things again. But as we often say here, like the pace of life is one of the reasons I think many of us come to the yoga mat. Because it's like our diet is so much more than what we choose to eat and drink, isn't it? It's what we take in, and there's so much to take in this world. It feels like a bombardment to me at times of, things to listen to, things to watch, everyone kind of clamoring for your attention through every channel. And there are so many channels and so many voices that it gets hard to hear your own. That's certainly what I've found of late. And then I was really reflecting on my dog walk today about the times in my life when I felt most overwhelmed and most panicked, actually. And if I'm honest, like most depressed have been times when I've forgotten to do one thing at a time, like the focus. And then I turned to the yoga books because the 8 limbs of yoga are just, and this is what Patanjali set out like almost 2,000 years ago now. And I'm going to read to you from some of this evening because the 6th limb of yoga is something called Dharana. And Dharana is the binding of the mind to one place, object, or idea, not 10 or 50 or 100, just one thing. And through this, we are able to begin our meditation practice, essentially. That's the overall purpose of it. But it also hopefully brings a clarity and a calm to our experience of being one thing. Hence the roses, because I thought originally we'd do a candle gazing or trataka. But then I was reading this, and in the edition I have, there's this beautiful suggestion of using a rose. But to be honest, you can use anything. You can use a candle, you can use a flower, you can use a picture, just something that focuses your attention. So tonight we're going to use a rose, and we're going to begin with this practice of trakata. And then see if we can invite our full practice to help us with dharana. So as I have come to believe over the last couple of years for certain, the medicine or the more advanced practice is the slow and gentle. I truly believe that. So that's what I offer to you today, this evening. So you can lie down if you want to lie down, but it might be nice just to find a comfortable way to sit with your rose. Or if you're practicing another time with an object of your choosing. Maybe put this rose back then because I thought, oh, got a little break in it, but I'm embracing its imperfection. Closed tight. So for the next 5 minutes or so, I'm going to read from the Yoga Sutras about Dharana. And we're going to weave in this practice as we go, and it's such a simple practice. So you can hold your rose, place it down in front of you. Just find a way that you can focus your drishti, the yogic word for the focus of the eyes, on your rose in a comfortable way. And then to let your eyes, your drishti, begin to soften. Traditionally, with Trataka, we try to not blink for as long as we can. And then when we feel the eyes are getting a little bit tired, you just gently close them and keep them closed, but focus on the image of the rose behind your closed eyes. And then when you're ready, open them once again and see what you notice this time. Dharana is the beginning of meditation. Concentration is the beginning of meditation. Meditation is the culmination of concentration. They are more or less inseparable. Normally, we see our mind running here and there. When we try to fix it on one thing, within a fraction of a second, we see it somewhere else. Now, for now, we are fixing the mind on a beautiful rose. Keep that rose in front of you. And while you look at this object, think of the idea connected with it, what that rose means to you. Practice of tradak, gazing at something, sometimes without even blinking. But don't strain the eyes, just look at your rose as long as you can. You'll be able to look longer if you put your mind on the idea behind the object. How beautiful it is. What a great gift has come from a thorny bush. And just like that, associated ideas will come in. When you get involved in those things, even the gaze will be forgotten, but you will still be gazing without blinking. Don't try to gaze just for the purpose of gazing. If you do that, the eyes will get tired quickly. And after a while, you will gently close the eyes and try to bring a mental picture of your rose. First, it is outside, and then you try to bring it within the mind. It might come for a while, and then you lose it. Again, open the eyes. Slowly learn to grasp it within the mind alone. That means you will be developing that impression in your mind. As you think, so you become. If you think of the rose, the mind will take the form of the rose. After a while, you will easily be able to see it within, without the aid of any physical object outside. And at that stage, you no longer need altars and this and that. this beautiful practice, the mind will try to go elsewhere. The mind is like that, but it doesn't matter. That's the nature of the mind. There's no point in getting frustrated. At least at that point, say, gosh, where am I? Come on, let's get back to the rows. Never give up. And never think, oh, I am unfit for meditation. That is the biggest mistake many people make. They think that the minute they sit and close their eyes, everything should be beautiful. If the mind runs here and there, they say, meditation is not my thing. But practice becomes firmly grounded when well attended to for a long time. And this very practice itself, Dharana, is concentration. The mind running, you're bringing it back. It's running, you're bringing it back. You are taming a monkey, and once it's tamed, it will just listen to you. You'll be able to say, okay, sit there quietly, and it will. At that point, you are meditating. Until then, you are training yourself to meditate. Training your mind to meditate is what is called Dharana. Take between 3 and 5 more breaths. At the end of the hour, we're going to come back to this practice in silence. So when you're ready, place your rose somewhere nearby to you with a little smile of thanks. And if you feel that you need to release any tension now through your shoulders and spend a few moments exploring, circling them round, or gently lifting them up towards the ears and shrugging them down. It might be that there are other parts of your body that feel a little tight and tense at the end of the day, so just let them move freely and naturally. Honor your own inner knowing, the voice that you can hear through Dharana. Check that you are sitting comfortably. Feel free to make any adjustments or grab any supports that feel good to you. And then I invite you to bring your hands together and to take the drishti to your thumbs. That will be our drishti point for now. So let your drishti, your gaze, soften on your thumbs. And then slowly extend the arms out in front of you, keeping your drishti focused on the thumbs. Let's take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. And on the next inhale, keep your drishti on your left thumb as you slowly begin to open that arm as far back as you feel comfortable to take it. And as you exhale, to bring it back to meet with your right hand. Big inhale on the way now, following your right thumb. And exhale as you come back to center. Let's do that once more to each side. May this practice bring you comfort, calm. Next time your hands meet, bring your thumbs up to gently touch your third eye point between your eyebrows. And with the eyes closed, make this the focus of your drishti, the third eye. Eyes closed, you might wish to look up towards that point, that chakra, the seat of your inner vision. Give yourself some time to notice what you are experiencing. Maybe what you are seeing, sensing, or hearing from within. To imbue this area with more love and appreciation, try drawing little circles with the thumbs. Just gently massaging this area. A few circles one way and a few circles the other, as slowly as you like. Let's take a deep breath in. As you let a slow breath out, let your hands come to rest on the mat on either side of you. Keeping your left fingertips grounded, we're going to turn the head to look down towards our right fingertips. And make this your drishti point now. As you inhale, follow the fingertips up towards the sky. And then gently over into a little side body stretch. It might need to be a little more subtle in order to keep your gaze light fixed on your fingertips. But once you're there, feel free to explore a gentle sway, a little softening through your left elbow perhaps. Take a deep inhale. And when you're ready, exhale, trace those fingertips back down to the and turning your head back to center now. Inhale as you tilt the head back. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, tilt the head back. Exhale, chin to chest. And one more time. Beautiful. Bringing the head back to center. Just gently release any tension you might be feeling through your eyes. So as you inhale, look to the right. Just with the eyes, keeping the head centered. And as you exhale, look through to the left. And it is quite tricky not to move the head. Inhale right. Exhale left, just at your own rhythm. Once or twice more. And then try head still in the center. Inhale as you look up. Exhaling as you look down. One more times. And again, head nice and still. Begin to move the eyes round in clockwise circles. Slow the next circle or two down. Come back to center. Close your eyes for a breath or two. Let your focus come to the sound of your breath now. Just that one thing. Nothing else is necessary. Listen to the sound of your breath. When you're ready, gently flutter your eyes open. Turn the head to look down towards your left fingertips. Just like the first side, as you inhale, follow the fingertips with the eyes. Up and over as far as you want to go. Exploring a little gentle movement to ease out any tightnesses through the side body. Breath in. And then exhale all the way back to center. And you can do this eyes open or closed. Let's stir the upper body round in Sufi circles. Doesn't matter which way you travel or how many times you go each way. Just listen to your inner guidance. Same with what you want to be doing with your hands and arms. Maybe they're connecting with the legs. Maybe they are floating out through space, making shapes. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Take your good time. And then join me on all fours. Okay. And keep the eyes, the drishti, nice and soft as you gaze down between your hands. Feel the neutrality of your spine. Spread your fingers wide. And then let's move with the breath, slowly inhaling as you drop the belly, open the heart space, look straight ahead. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, opening the front body, looking straight ahead, eyes softly open. And maybe as you exhale, you close the eyes, chin to chest. Inhaling to open. Exhaling, rounding the spine, softly closing the eyes. Once or twice more. And come back to that neutral spine. Take your knees wider than your hips. And let your hips anchor back towards your heels as you settle down into a child's pose that feels good in your body right now. Notice if you want to stretch the arms or keep them soft. If you want your knees wide apart or closer together, there is no right or wrong here. Breathe into the shape your body wants to make. Your eyes might be closed, but you can still notice where your focus wants to go. And in Qigong, they say where the Li goes, the Qi flows. So the Li is the awareness, the Qi is the energy or the life force. It's just a practice of noticing where you are sending your awareness. And just through doing that, things begin to shift. Take 2 or 3 more breaths, my friend. When you feel ready, rise ever so slowly back up onto your hands and knees. Feel the support beneath you as you bring your knees underneath your hips and walk your hands a little further down the mat. We're going to travel with slow awareness into downward dog. So curl your toes under. Notice how it feels to stretch the soles of the feet. How it feels to take a deep breath in. And then how it feels as you exhale to lift your hips slowly up towards the sky. And maybe to play with exploring the backs of the legs. Lifting and lowering your heels, bending each knee in turn. And allowing your heart space to soften back towards your legs. Now, take another deep breath in, slowly sigh it out. Oh, and then start to walk the feet one step at a time up towards the hands. And once they get there, take your feet a little wider than your hips. You might like to turn the heels in slightly, toes out slightly, inviting you to bend your knees just as deeply as you are comfortable. So you don't have to drop all the way down into Malasana. It's more than enough just to bend the knees. Maybe keep the back body quite flat tonight. See how that feels. Your fingertips might be resting on the mat, or feel free to bring a brick or two in. Notice where you are sending your drishti right now. Can you soften your eyes a little? We're going to travel as slowly as we can up to standing, and the journey is yours to create. So maybe you start by letting the arms, shoulders be heavy, the head too high. See how it feels to soften into the knees a little. Maybe find a swing and a sway, some natural intuitive movement. Let your body guide you. It might feel comforting to let the hands come to contact with any part of the feet, ankles, or legs you feel drawn to or comfortable connecting with, and to maintain that connection as you rise up through the spine. No hurry, let's come to Tadasana together, comfortable distance between the feet. Lengthening the tailbone down towards the heels. Take a couple of breaths here and allow your heart space to open. Feel your shoulder blades drawing together, shoulders relaxing down away from your ears. And when you're ready, bring your hands together, Anjali Mudra. Just as we did when we were sitting, take your drishti to your thumbs and then extend the arms out in front of you. Maintaining that drishti focus. Inhale, open the left arm, following the left thumb. And exhale, bring it on back to center. Inhale through to the right now. And exhale to return. Soften the elbows as you bring the thumbs into the third eye. Close the eyes perhaps. Circle the thumbs round. Then soften into your knees. And as you inhale, stretch the arms up towards the sky. When you're ready, fluttering your eyes open to look up towards your thumbs. Take a breath in and exhale, hands back to the heart. Now let's step our left foot back. Feel for the mat behind you. Ready for your warrior one variation. So I'm going to open my hips up towards the top left corner of the mat, make a little more space. Send my shoulders towards that top left corner as well. And then inhale, lengthen the arms up, follow with the drishti, make space between your hands. Eyes to the sky. Exhale, palms back together. And exhale down to the heart. Now let's move slowly into warrior two, feeling into the feet. There's no such thing as correct alignment. There's safe alignment, but just make sure that you feel safe with the distance between your feet. And that you're bending into that front knee as much as you are comfortable to, pressing into the little toe of the back foot. Now we're coming into archer variation. So keeping the legs in warrior two, bring the hands together. Okay, now imagine you're holding a bow, so you're going to curl all the fingers of the right hand in towards the palm, but keep the thumb pointing up towards the sky. And then draw the left arm back. That left hand is just in front of your left shoulder. Beautiful. Now, as an option here, you can take a few Kapalabhati breaths, breath of fire. So just to remind you, this is short, sharp, inhale, exhale. So we inhale, and then as we exhale, draw the navel up and back. So it looks and sounds like this. The fourth is the exhale. The inhale just happens naturally. Feel free to pass if that's not for you tonight. And when you feel that that has served its purpose, take a deep breath in. Exhale, extend both arms, turn the palms down towards the floor and find your way to extended side angle. Take a deep breath here. Breathing into the left side body, so your left arm is coming up and over towards the front edge of your mat. Exhale, slowly pivot through the back foot. Let's frame the front foot. Slide back through a high plank. You can take a chaturanga down to the mat if you feel it's right for you tonight, or go straight to downward dog. We'll meet in downward dog, my friends. Take time to breathe. Inhale, exhale. Pedal out the legs, melt the heart space back, and then begin your slow walk up towards your hands. It can help to walk the hands back towards the feet as you go. And let's meet in forward fold. This time we'll inhale halfway, find your flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Dropping your shoulders down and away from your ears. Soften the gaze. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees deeply and sweep your arms back. Let's root down through the feet to rise up as we breathe in. Bring the palms together and guide them down to your heart. Just take a moment here to notice the currents of energy. Where your awareness is being drawn to inside. You might like to bow the head, chin to chest. And slowly lift it when you are ready. Now take your awareness down to your feet, soften into your knees, and let's step the right foot back. So Virabhadrasana, Warrior One. In a female body can be more comfortable to open the hips and the shoulders towards the top right corner of the mat, just to make a little more space, rather than always thinking you have to square the hips. Let's invite some softness. And then send the arms up towards the sky. Notice if it feels better to you to keep space between your hands this time or to bring the palms together. Where you are sending your drishti, take a deep breath in and let's exhale. Bring the hands down to the heart and feel your way into Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. You might deepen the bend through the front knee a little. Press into the back foot. Let the shoulders relax. And then when you're ready, bring the hands together. Arms extended. Curl fingers of the left hand in, thumb point to the sky, and then draw your right arm back. Keep your drishti focused on your left thumb. And if you want to, a few rounds of Kapalabhati breath. When you're ready to release, take a deep breath in. And exhale. Let's extend the arms, turn the palms down towards the earth. And when you're ready, extended side angle. Breathe into the right side of your body. And slowly start to pivot through the back foot, framing the front foot. Slide that foot back into a high plank. Press the mat away from you just for a breath or two. And then bring your knees down and anchor back into child's pose. And allowing your forehead to either come down to the mat or to rest on your stacked fists or maybe a blanket if that feels good. Just let everything relax. There's no need to hold on here. Relishing a few more deep, slow breaths. You're always welcome and supported to sigh out with a sound. When you feel ready, start to walk your hands back towards the body. We're going to find our way into the Baddha that suits you this evening. So you can keep things nice and soft, slide your feet further away, you can pop a brick underneath each thigh, or you can intensify if that feels good in your hips by drawing the heels further up towards the pelvis. So when you find your comfortable edge for this evening, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you might like to soften and bow forwards. Inhale, subtly rising. And exhale, soften and bow. So we're allowing the breath to lead us on a subtle movement journey. It doesn't have to look like much at all. The movement might simply be the ribs expanding and then contracting. Might be the way that your knees subtly anchor a little further down towards the earth with each exhale. Notice where you are taking your lead, your awareness. I like to help my knees with my hands, just gently guide them back in towards each other. And then give yourself a hug. And this next shape will look completely different for all of us. So let's release any concerns about the way things look and allow our awareness to be on how it feels. So as you release from that hug, just gently tuck the left leg underneath you in a comfortable way, okay? So the left knee's bent, and just relaxed. You can send the left foot out or draw it in. And then a few little options. So we're going to sit back slightly towards the sacrum and then lift the right foot up. So you can bring the hands behind the right thigh, and this might feel like enough. If you want to go a little further, you might hold onto the calf instead and start to see how it feels to lengthen that right leg. And if you want to, and if it feels okay in your body, loop the first two fingers of your right hand around your big toe and maybe lengthen the leg. But wherever you feel you meet your comfortable edge, keep your drishti on your big toe. Take another couple of breaths. Soft eyes. Gently releasing on an exhale. Come to a comfortable seat and just allow your body to flow. Maybe a gentle shake of the wrists or move your head and neck. Maybe find a little sway. Whatever you need. And then tucking your right leg underneath you. Let's see how this left side feels. So sitting back slightly towards the sacrum. Then lifting the left foot. Check in here. If all feels well, maybe go a little further. A little further. Keep your drishti on your left big toe. a deep breath in. And exhale for a slow release, my friends. Now let's lengthen both legs. And when I say lengthen, depends on how you're feeling. Maybe you do want a really big stretch, and if so, press the backs of your knees down into the mat. If you want to keep it softer, keep the knees soft. However you feel best, inhale and send your arms up to the sky with a long spine. And let's keep this long spine as we come up and out of the hips, reaching forwards. So the goal is not to come all the way down, but to keep a long spine. And when you feel you have gone as far as you can, let your hands rest on your legs, ankles or feet, and allow your head and neck to be heavy, to bow. Nice and steadily, breathing the spine back up. Once again, check in with what a comfortable seat means to you. Before we come back to Tradaka, we're going to come to Brahmari breath. So, bring your hands up to your eyes, index finger at the outer corner, middle finger at the inner corner, and then you might need to just bend your knuckles a little. Plug your ears with your thumbs. Okay, close your eyes. We're going to inhale and hum the exhale out. Twice more. Release when you are ready. And that is the breath practice to go to whenever you want to just come to your inner landscape. So now we're going to be really quiet, pick up our rows before we come to Shavasana. Return to the practice of Dharana through gazing for a minute or two. And continue with or release the practice anytime you feel guided to. Bring yourself into Shavasana whenever you feel ready. Once you have made yourself comfortable, if you would like some essential oil, turn the palm up towards the sky. As the eyes close, we come to the inner vision. Focus your awareness on the space behind the eyes. All of your senses are intensely focused. Dissolve until there is fusion. Deep creative engagement in total focused absorption. By shining the light of awareness where there was darkness before, you start to see what is inside. You feel your body guide you. Take some deep breath. Allow the movement that feels natural and nourishing in your body right now to flow on through. And take all the time you need to rise back to a comfortable seat, perhaps pausing on your favorite side. And as we return, my friends, let's bring our hands together and rub them back and forth, sensing the heat, the energy, the life force magic that is you shining through. Take that to your eyes. And to your good heart. Is there anywhere else you feel guided to this evening? Release when you feel ready, my loves. As we close this practice, may we carry the practice of Dharana into every aspect of our lives, so that even the most mundane things become filled with greater luminosity. The light in me bows to and honors the light within you. Namaste.